Hey everybody, it's ED.Gamer coming at you with another video. Today we're going to compare and contrast the Asus Z13 2022 versus 2023 edition. Now this is the Z13 Flow, and this is basically a Microsoft Surface killer. Sure, it's a PC, it's a tablet, but it's also a very, very portable device that has a very specific use case. And for me, who wants to do content creation, gaming, as well as digital art, this hits the sweet spot for me. So how good did Asus do on their second version of this device over the first? Stay tuned. All right, so if you watched the old video I did on the Asus Z13 2022 edition, you'll find that I thought it was a pretty decent device overall. Sure, it wasn't a powerhouse gaming PC, and it ran most games at a decent frame rate at a lower resolution, but this year, Asus stepped it up with a 40 series laptop video card in here, as well as a 13th generation Intel laptop processor. So we're going to compare and contrast 3 different games on this video to see how much Asus improved. Now, Asus has a bunch of different flavors of each one of these PCs, so your mileage may vary, but we'll go over the specs of each of these devices so you know what we're talking about. For the 2022 model, we have an Intel Core i9 12900H processor. The PC comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM, a GeForce RTX 3050 Ti with 4 gigabytes of video RAM, 1 terabyte of SSD storage, as well as a 1900 by 1200 13.4 inch screen at 120 Hertz. This also comes with an 8 megapixel camera and has Windows fingerprint for logon. And if you watch my last video, I hate this way of logging in. It has a very difficult time reading my fingerprint. The button is very small. Not only do you have to get the right part of your fingerprint on it, but you have to have the right axis of your finger. So I really didn't like that. But this year, Asus finally added a higher megapixel camera, the IR sensor, and now you have Windows Hello. Thank God for Windows Hello. This logs me in a second, saves me time. I love it. Also, with the 2023 model, you're looking at a 13th generation Core i9 13900H processor, 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. The GeForce RTX 4050 with 6 gigabytes of video RAM is included in this device. And to be honest, they do make a version with a 4060. And if you buy the new Space Age model of this, which is the acronym version, it is a completely different form factor. You can get a 4070 in that. And I wish they had a 4070 in this one, but unfortunately the 4060 was sold out, and the 4070, I just couldn't deal with the way it looked. Check out the picture of this device here. Also, you get the same 1 terabyte of SSD storage, as well as a 4K 2560 by 1600 display at 165 Hertz. The weight is the same in these devices, just 2.6 pounds. And as far as the actual size and form factor, it is so similar, I don't think that your eyes would be able to tell the difference. The new version is just slightly bigger. The old version came in at 11.89 by 8.03 by 0.47 inches, where the 2023 is the same 11.89 inches wide, slightly taller at 8.11 inches, and slightly thicker at 0.56 inches. They've upgraded the webcam as well to a 13 megapixel camera. So what are you looking at here? You're going to be looking at higher refresh rates on the new version. You're going to run popular games at roughly 20% better performance than last year's model. And you're going to get about 24 to 25% better multi-core performance in the latest Cinebench tests. There's also better webcam recording, obviously. So let's look at 3 games. Today we're going to look at Dead Island 2, the latest Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and one more game. Stay tuned to see what it is.
So the way I thought I'd do this comparison is to actually push both machines to their limits. I mean, let's face it, you're going to be playing these games, especially top tier games, plugged in. So we're going to put the GPU power setting to ultimate, and we're going to actually go into Armory Crate for that, as you can see. And then we're also going to set the Windows performance or the power mode to turbo. So that's going to push these machines within the confines of the Asus software. Okay, we're going to start it off with last year's model, the 2022 Z13. As far as graphic settings for these games, all games are played on their native resolution with settings on high. We are also using NVIDIA DLSS on Call of Duty set to Ultra, as well as AMD High Fidelity on Dead Island 2. Okay, same 3 games. 2023 Z13. Let's go. Keep in mind here, you're seeing games played at native resolution, so for this version of the Z13, you're looking at 4K gaming. We're seeing about a 25% increase in performance here over last year's model. Dead Island 2 is showing about a 37.5% increase in performance. And although a less resource-intensive game, even Demio gets a 33% increase over last year. Okay, let's see head-to-head Cinebench as well as 3D Mark scores for both these machines. And finally, looking at 3D Mark's Time Spy score, we can see that the Z13 Flow gets almost double the performance score as last year's model. Now, I know that these are just numbers, but I was hoping that this video was able to show you some of the actual gameplay advantages of picking up the new model. I would highly suggest it. I know they even make an attachable external GPU, but for my use, this is great for on-the-go gaming. I mean, if you want to make this your main gaming rig, then sure, pick up the eGPU, but I am very happy with what Asus has done in this year's version of the Z13.
All right, guys, I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in for more content on the ED.Gamer channel. please like and subscribe. Also, follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and the like. And also, I have a podcast with my good friend Damon, the Modern Boomer Podcast, also on YouTube, but also on all major podcasting platforms as well. So make sure you stay tuned and like and subscribe to that as well. Please feel free to put some comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if your mileage varied and what you think of the new device. All right, guys, till next time, have a good one.